am very sorry. I have not made a commentary video in so long. I was like, bro, summer's coming up. I'm gonna have so much time to make commentary. And that's gonna be so cool. But then my brain just went, so I have not had any commentary ideas. I'm kind of like done with like milking random ass people who are shitty, like fucking Whisper. So I just haven't really had the motivation to do commentary because I don't have any ideas. Please leave ideas in the comments. If you have a video that you think is stupid and you want me to talk about it, leave that link in the description. I need commentary ideas very bad. But now I'm gonna be talking about something that, like, is not gonna get that many views. Either it's gonna get, like 20-something views, or it's gonna get, like, thousands of views. It depends. Because, my other Happy Tree Friends videos, specifically my Happy Tree Friends as Vines videos, got really, really big. And I don't know why. They were lazy-ass content that I literally... It took no time to make, and I was just bored, and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna make this for content. So we're talking about Happy Tree Friends. If you don't like Happy Tree Friends, I don't know what to fucking tell you, Shu. But for the people who do, hello, we're best friends now. Okay, if you don't know what Happy Tree Friends is, look it up. If you're sensitive to, like, cartoon gore and stuff like that, don't watch it. Or I wouldn't even recommend you look it up. Basically, it's just an edgy, like, show in the early 2000s that was basically, haha, cute animal characters, and then they die at the end. That's it. It's, like, 3-minute episodes. If you are not sensitive to that kind of stuff, you should go check it out. So I'm gonna talk about something that people don't like to talk about. Or either they don't like to talk about the nuances of it, or they talk about it. How do I explain? It's hard to explain, but basically I'm gonna talk about controversy within this fandom. Yeah, that exists for some reason. Basically, there's a ship that exists. Of course, ship drama. Who doesn't love some delicious ship drama? But, basically, Flippy x Flaky. If you know that ship, congratulations. If you don't, then that sucks, I guess. Basically, look up the characters. You shouldn't get any gore if you just look up the characters, unless you, like, you shouldn't get any gore if you look up the characters, but basically, look them up, go check them out on the wiki or whatever, because I think there's a wiki. Not the anime, Happy Tree Friends wiki. I don't know why that exists, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. Basically, Flippy x Flaky is a very controversial ship. It used to not be. It used to be something that, like, people either they shipped or they didn't. It was either Flippy x Flaky or Flippy x Splendid. There was no in between. There was no in between. It was either you ship Flippy x Flaky or you ship Flippy x Splendid. Like, you had to be one of those. No, I'm joking. But this ship has been called problematic for a few reasons. First, I'm going to talk about this one before I forget. People don't talk about it anymore, luckily, because it's misinformation at its fucking finest. But basically, people like to say, or they used to like to say, that Flippy X Flaky was a bad ship because Flaky was 12 and Flippy was like in his 20s. And I was like, okay, where did you get that from? Where did you pull that from? And then I looked up what age they are, and there was a thing that came from the anime Happy Tree Friends character wiki, which not only isn't official, but also should not even fucking exist. What? What 12-year-old fucking made this shit? And why does information from there come up when you look up the ages of Happy Tree Friends characters? What the fuck? But, yeah. If you actually go to the good source, being people who work for Mondo Media or people who worked on the show, you'll see that, Happy Tree Friends characters have no ages. Like, they could be portraying younger people in one episode and then be portraying, like, a fucking, like, 30-year-old doctor in another episode. There's no canon ages. They just fit the roles that they're meant to fit in the specific episodes. They have no canon ages. The only character that is canonically a minor in every single episode is Cub. That it's and I don't think anyone's shipping Cub with anyone. If you're shipping Cub with people, what the fuck is wrong with you? No. But yeah. Flippy is implied to be older, like just because he's a war veteran and apparently he fought in a lot of wars, so he's most likely like 30, 40, 50. But, Flaky doesn't have a canon age. People just assume she's younger because she's a fucking scaredy cat and she screams and cries at everything. Which does not inherently imply her to be a minor. That just means she's kind of fucking immature. There are grown-ass adults that are scared of shit. So, there's literally nothing implying that Flaky's a minor in the actual, show. I'm pretty sure she's usually portrayed as being an adult. Maybe not in every episode, but, she's driven a car multiple times, which doesn't mean she's an adult, but it sure as hell doesn't mean she's 12. And you look at this girl, or person, I don't think she has a canon gender or whatever. Look at this look at this porcupine. Does this porcupine look like the kind of porcupine to commit a crime of driving without a license? Didn't think so. Yeah, so there was nothing implying that Flaky is a minor. So, also it makes no sense for Flippy to be in his 20s. He'd most likely be older. I mean, I guess you can headcanon him as being 20 if you want, and you can headcanon Flaky as being a child if you want, but that doesn't mean that you can get all pissy when people ship them, because they're not canonically the ages you're saying they are. So, the main reason people talk about Flippy X Flaky, and in a negative light, is because it's quote-unquote toxic. Which, okay, in a realistic standpoint, yeah. But here's the thing. The same people who say this shit, the same people who say that Flippy X Flaky is, toxic because Flippy is, he like kills people, and he's killed Flaky multiple times in the show. Those are the same people that ship Flippy and Splendid. Which, Flippy would still be toxic no matter what. And before you say, oh, well, Flippy hasn't killed Splendid. Yeah, but, he would. Like, if you have, like, debilitating, basically, they could only be described as, like, personality switches when you hear something, like, super, like, when you hear, like, a sound, an unexpected sound, and you go on a killing spree, you're going to try and kill the person who you're probably in a romantic relationship with and are with most of the time. That's just how shit works. That's how it works. Flippy could not go his entire relationship with Splendid if they were in a relationship and not try and harm him at least once. So, like, people are only saying that Flippy x Flaky, and I know this is going to be very controversial, people are only saying that Flippy x Flaky is toxic, but other ships with Flippy aren't. They're only saying that because, Flaky is a fucking scaredy cat, and is scared of him. I mean, I can't blame her, I'd be scared of him too, but, like, she's also just a scaredy cat in general. And then, also, she's a girl. People portray her as a girl. She's not really canonically a girl. She's just canonically... Flaky is Flaky, pretty much. Like, Flaky is just... Flaky is Flaky. But, Flaky is often portrayed as a girl, especially in these, like, ship art and shit. And people think that, like, oh my god, a big scary man and a damsel in distress. And it's just like, listen, I understand where you're coming from. But why is Flippy X Splendid and Flippy X Cuddles? In fact, people ship Flippy X Cuddles because bears, I'm pretty sure bears eat rabbits. Oh, but that's not toxic. No, that's not toxic. That's kinky. No, but when Flippy X Flaky exists, that's bad. And I'm like, bro, listen, I get it. Flaky's portrayed as a girl, but, like, come on. Like, this is just, like, this feels not good. This is not good. Like, if you're gonna call Flippy X Flaky toxic, then you cannot ship Flippy with any other character. And that includes traffic lights. And if you don't know what traffic lights is, I mean, Pop X, Disco Bear X Flippy, because they're all bears, and they have the colors of traffic lights, so people are like, OMG, traffic lights, and they're, like, in a polyamorous relationship, so you can't ship that either. I'm sorry. You can't ship Flippy with anyone. Nobody. Also, I also want to say, I said also twice, what the fuck, I also would like to mention that, I would understand if Flippy X Flaky had a dynamic of where, like, Flippy was, like, doing, like, he was, like, hitting Flaky and shit, like, shit that actually happens in real life. That would make sense for you to think it's problematic. Like, I'd probably agree if that was the case. But this is a ship about a anthropomorphic bear that goes on killing sprees when he fucking hears, like, when he fucking sees flashing lights. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's happening in real life to where, that's an issue. That's why certain ships aren't okay and certain ships are. Pedophilic ships aren't okay because that's shit that happens in real life. That's shit that people actually condone. pedophilia is something that people actually condone and think is fine in real life and in fiction. Incest is something that happens in real life. Especially incest between people who aren't consenting. That's a thing. And that should not be condoned in real life because it's something that actually happens in real life. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is condoning going on killing sprees and killing your partner multiple times, by the way, which would not make sense realistically. When you fucking see flashing lights. Nobody is condoning that. It is extremely specific in a way where it would never happen in real life, and nobody who ships Flippy x Flaky condones that. This is the difference between pro-shipping and just kind of having common sense. If you ship shit that's like actually happens in real life and that isn't okay, and that like actually is an issue in society, like incest or pedophilia, that makes sense to think is bad. And if you ship those things, that's not okay. But if it's something that would literally never happen in real life, that's when pro-shipping isn't pro-shipping anymore. That's when it stops being pro-shipping and starts being just fiction. Because here's the thing. Pro-fiction does exist. A lot of pro-shippers like to use the term pro-fiction or whatever, or something like that, as a way to hide the fact that they're fucking weird. And that's not okay. Actual pro-fiction is people who ship things that are toxic, but it would not happen in real life. It would genuinely not happen in real life. Like, ever. It's not an actual societal problem like incest or pedophilia is. Like, that's just being like, yeah, I think it's fiction, and this specific kind of fiction will not affect reality, which is objectively true. Sure, again, if Flippy was like a domestic abuser who like hit people, who like hit his partners and shit, that'd be crossing the line to like pro-shipping. But in this case, it's not pro-shipping. That's not pro-shipping, because the whole thing with pro-shipping is that it's harmful. It causes real life effects to real life people. It actually harms people. Maybe not directly, because, those people who ship like real life people and shit, but there's also people who, ship things that are being normalized in real life, like certain pedophilic relationships. And that doesn't mean that, it's, there's a difference. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? There's a difference between shipping something that is an issue in society and that is being normalized and that is harmful and is actually harming people, and shipping something that realistically would not affect reality. The entire reason why pro-shipping is not okay is because it affects reality. Why are we, why? This doesn't make sense. Flippy x Flaky is not affecting reality. There are certain ships that are, because they deal with real-life issues in an uwu positive light, but Flippy x Flaky is not one of those. And you guys understand why, right? I've tried to explain it. I'm not the best at explaining things, but I hope I got it through your head. You're allowed to not like Flippy x Flaky. If you personally don't like the relationship because you think it's toxic, then sure. I'm not saying that you can't think it's toxic. I'm not saying that. and I hope I didn't come off as that I was saying that. But here's the thing. You cannot tell people that they are bad or problematic or even a pro shipper for shipping it. There are certain ships that you are allowed to condemn. This ship, you should not be making people feel bad for shipping it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go on a dumb rant about a dumb topic. I hope you enjoyed. If you disagree, let me know. Yeah. I just think that people who hate on others for shipping something that realistically does not affect reality is just kind of dumb. Keep in mind, pro-shipping is bad, but this is not pro-shipping. I don't want people to call me a pro-shipper. People have already called me a pro-shipper, and I can't even remember why. Actually, I think it was because I defended Kitty Dog, and I didn't defend her for being a pro-shipper. I defended her because she stopped being a pro-shipper. Oh my god, that was so funny. That shit, like, made me laugh. Like, dude, the TikTok grapevine is... What word just came out of my mouth? Grapevine is fucking hilarious. TikTok is just one big game of telephone. You get what I'm saying? People genuinely think I'm a pro-shipper because apparently I defended Kitty Dog for not being a pro-shipper. Like, excuse me? Excuse me. What? Okay, but anyway, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did not say hello to Zai in this video. I'm very sorry. I hope you all can forgive me. Please do not be sad. I'm extremely sorry. But, yeah, that's it for this video. That's all I have to say, so... But, unrelated, but I hope you like the drawing in the background. It is the trans people. My trans characters. Because it's Pride Month, and I realized I had a lot of trans characters, so I was like, I'm gonna draw them all in one drawing and hurt my hand in the process. So, I did. I hope you enjoy. I'll just put up the full drawing on the screen so you guys can, like, get a good look at it. This video... The video that I'm using in the background is like more than an hour long, which is quite a lot for my artwork. And because of that, I most likely have to speed up the video in CapCut and then put that into IBS Paint, because you can only speed up videos so much, which is really annoying. It is extremely annoying. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Have a good Pride Month. Bye-bye.